Hello everybody, as promised this is the clip on marketing strategies. We have already done the role of marketing, influences on marketing, the processes of marketing, and this is the last part, marketing strategies. Some might say the most important part is pulling it all together. So in this overhead we'll cover everything that is actually on the syllabus. Obviously we're going to go into it in a lot more detail. I just really wanted this to be an overview just to get you thinking along these lines, that these are what the strategies are, the ones you need to know. So we'll start off here with market segmentation. We've talked a little bit about that already, about dividing up the market into groups with common characteristics, and then you're able to target whichever group that you think suits your company's products the best. Product service differentiation. How can you make your product stand out from the competitors? And if you can do that, you can often charge more. And positioning as well, which we'll be looking at in a lot more detail. So when we come to the marketing mix is the 4 Ps. So by that we mean products, price, promotion, and place or distribution. And in latter years now they've added 3 more Ps, and that's these here. People, processes, and physical evidence. I'll talk more about those when we get down there. Okay, so the marketing mix, the 4 Ps. So first of all, products. So we already know that those are goods or services. And we're talking mostly here about branding, logos, trademarks and things. And packaging. Packaging isn't just there to protect a product. Obviously it's there to give information, and it's also there to lure you into buying the product. Then we look at price. Price is really important in marketing, so really want you to try and get your head around it. There are pricing methods, and this is something that could trip people up. There are pricing methods, and then there are pricing strategies. So you must understand the difference between the two. They are not the same. So if they ask you a question about methods, you need to talk about cost-based marketing, pricing, market pricing, competition-based pricing. If they talk about strategies, they're talking about things like skimming, penetration, loss leaders, price points. Then we move on to promotion, which is probably the ones that people know the best out of all the 4 Ps, because it's what we see all the time. So elements of the promotion mix are things like advertising, personal selling, and relationship marketing. A lot of that going on at the moment, especially with the use of social media. Sales promotions, publicity, public relations, and the communication process, opinion leaders, and word of mouth. So we'll go through those in a lot more detail. So as you can see there, you're going to have to know what every single one of those is about. They're all different. Then we come to place or distribution. So how are you going to actually sell your products to your customers? What distribution channels are you going to use? What's your channel choice? Is it going to be intensive? Will it be selective, or will it be exclusive? Some physical distribution issues that you may have. How are you going to transport your goods to the customer? Because that can be a really expensive and time-consuming thing to do, especially in a country like Australia when cities are quite widely spaced out. Warehousing, where are you going to keep things, and inventory. We've already looked at inventory in operations. How much are you going to keep? How long are you going to keep it for? And how much is it going to cost you to keep that inventory? Now we come here to the extra 3 Ps. Remember I said before, the 4 Ps of marketing is a traditional way of looking at marketing mix, but now they've added 3 more. So now they call it the 7 Ps of marketing. So these 3 here, so people, processes, and physical evidence, all relate to services marketing, okay? Because that's such a huge area and growing at an amazing rate in countries like Australia and other developed countries, that they felt that they had to add them in. So people, of course, is important, because when you're in a service industry, your people are absolutely crucial to your business. You've got good people serving your customers, then customers are going to come back for more. What about the processes? I mean, how does a meal get on the table at a restaurant? There has to be a process for that. Okay, and how do things get dry cleaned and are ready on time? There has to be a process for that. So really important that businesses have those sorted out and written down, and more importantly, followed by their staff. And physical evidence, which we'll go into in a little bit more detail when we get to this section. E-marketing, we need to be across as well. Of course, that's a whole new area, because now we have the internet, and we have all sorts of different ways of being able to communicate with our customers and to persuade them, to inform them and persuade them to buy things from us. So really, and it's a really low cost way as well of communicating with customers. You know, back in the old days, you used to have to mail everything out, and that was expensive. You had thousands of customers, that was expensive. Whereas now you can do things a lot more cost effectively. And then last of all, global marketing. Even though it's last, it's not least important. It's still really important. Think about global branding, standardization, customization, and global pricing and competitive positioning. Global branding, there isn't anyone, I don't think, who does it better than Coca-Cola. You know, their brand stands out all around the world, most widely recognised brand in the world. Apple, of course, has global branding, probably not as well known as Coca-Cola, but probably heading that way. So as you can see, there's an awful lot to cover in the strategies, and I'm actually going to book us into the library to do a little bit of work on this. But this is just an overview, so I'm going to end there, and I look forward to seeing you in class tomorrow. Bye.